Saturday night was the big nerd prom in Washington, D.C. at the Washington Hilton. 1,500 to 2,000 of the finest, brightest, shiniest stars in the journalism world all gathered at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. It was 6 hours on C-SPAN of arrivals, of glad-handing and cheek-kissing and schmoozing. This was all about corporate branding. I never knew that there were that many people that worked in the White House, much less people that supposedly covered the White House. And I would have to say at this point, leave the comedy to the comedians. What we need are journalists to do their jobs of keeping this White House, this government, and this Congress in check. Having spent 12 years in Hollywood, I went to a few of these events. I went to the Academy Awards. I went to the parties. I went to the Emmys. I went to the Golden Globes. I went to all of those parties. It has nothing to do with the quality of the content. What it has to do with is your next job and access to somebody who can give you your next job. And I have to say, with all the people that were assembled in that room, who's doing their job? Because if anybody was actually doing their job in journalism today and holding this government accountable, would we have $150 trillion in unfunded liability? Would Social Security and Medicare be on the precipice of bankruptcy? Would we be having our State Department sell our government to the highest foreign bidder? Would we be having the problems that we're having with immigration, with wars, endless wars, countless endless wars? Would we be having a problem with debts and deficits and generational bankruptcy? Would we have higher education standards? Would we have something a little better than we have right now if journalists were actually doing their job in holding this government accountable? But you see, it's not about accountability. It's about access. And that's why they show up at the Vanity Fair parties. That's why you see people you'd never thought you'd see together, sitting together, talking about the next deal, because it's all about failing upward. And I would have to say, based upon the results that we've had in this nation over the last 20 to 25 years, a lot of people have failed up while the country seems to be falling down.